All right, so you want to know something inside and out, right? We all do. Life's too short to wade through tons of info, so that's what we do here on the Deep Dive. Get you what you need to know quickly and thoroughly. And today we're looking into Schaumburg Auto Body. Maybe you know him, maybe you'll need him someday, or hey, maybe you're just curious about a business that's really stuck around.
And all we have to go on is their website, really. That's their public face. They're telling us a story, and we want to figure out what it says about who they are, what they think is important enough to tell us.
Okay, so let's get into it. Schaumburg Auto Body has been in Schaumburg for like forever, almost 40 years, especially in the auto repair world. That's got to mean something, right? It all started back in '79, founded by this guy, Mike Leason. Their first spot was on Lunt Avenue, so they've got deep roots in the community.
And then you've got Ed. Right from the start, he's a big part of the story. The website makes it clear he was doing it all in the early days. Not just founding the place, but like estimating, paperwork, painting, even washing cars, getting his hands dirty in every part of the business.
Yeah, I mean, that's got to give you a really good understanding of how everything works. You think that shaped how the business runs, at its core.
Absolutely. It's like that kind of experience, you can't fake it.
And then just a few years later, in '83, Ed actually buys the business from Mike. That's a pretty big statement, right? To go from employee to owner that fast, got to be dedicated. So what started with Ed doing everything starts to grow, little by little. They bring on more people after '83, and even then, they're saying their employees are their greatest asset. That's a pretty strong philosophy to have, and I bet it affects how they do business.
You see that a lot with businesses that last. A strong foundation. Focus on the people who work there. Slow and steady growth. They're not trying to get huge overnight. They're building something that lasts.
So they're growing, and of course they need more space. By '85, they've outgrown that spot on Lunt Avenue and actually built a whole new place. That's got to be a good problem to have, right? Needing a bigger shop already. And then on June 1st, 1986, that's when they officially moved to where they are now on Westwise Road. Been a mainstay ever since.
And that move to a place they built just for them, it's a real sign of success. They're handling more work, and who knows, maybe even doing more types of repairs. It's not just about size, it's about having the right space to grow into.
So on their website, they talk a lot about quality and being the best. Stuff like impeccable customer service and passion for quality vehicle repair. That's what they say made them successful. But here's the interesting part. In 1990, they do something pretty impressive. They become the first Lexus-approved body shop in all of Chicagoland.
That is not just some little certificate on the wall. This is a big deal. To get approved by a car manufacturer, especially a high-end one like Lexus, you got to go through a lot. They have strict rules about your equipment, your training, how you do every repair, everything. It tells customers, hey, we're not just saying we're good, Lexus says we're good. If you owned a Lexus back then in Chicago, this would be huge for you.
It's like they're saying, we're so good, the people who built your car trust us to fix it. Makes sense. So now let's jump ahead to 2017, and there's another big change. Ed decides to retire.
But it's not just a simple sale. This company, Technicraft Automotive Group, they buy the business.
And here's the thing. Ed doesn't just disappear after the sale. The website says he's still involved. He's helping with marketing and keeping those customer relationships going. It sounds like they really want to make sure things stay the same, keep that connection with the customers. Right, it shows they know how important that trust is. And it looks like Technicraft's trying to keep things running smoothly. They talk about how Schaumburg Auto Body staff, all those dedicated and well-trained people are now part of their team. They even mention using the same top-notch equipment. Seems like they're building on what was already there.
And they keep talking about manufacturer certifications. With all the technology in cars today, it's super important to do repairs exactly how the manufacturer says. These certifications are proof that their technicians know how to work on your specific car. They're not just any mechanics, they're specialists.
So let's get down to it. What can they actually do? Their website lists a bunch of services. They've got the latest equipment, like those oven-baked spray booths. They even say it's just like the factory uses, which I guess means your car's paint job will be top-notch, last longer, look better. And they're all about getting your car back to you fast. Nobody wants to be without their car.
They go beyond just fixing your car, too. Full detailing, paintless dent repair for those little dings, free estimates so you know what you're getting into. They'll even help you with towing and rental cars. That takes a lot of stress off when you're already dealing with a messed up car. Plus, they deal with insurance companies and can even fix hail damage. And get this, they're heavy wreck experts, which means they can handle really bad damage, not just fender benders. Even little things like a wash and wax after the repair, that shows they care about the customer experience.
Right, it's all about making things easy. And they keep saying how important customer satisfaction is. Their website even says to check out their testimonials so you can see what other people are saying. That kind of word of mouth can really convince people.
It's interesting how Technicraft talks about buying Schaumburg Auto Body. They use phrases like preserve and honor its legacy and talk about family values. It sounds like they really value the business's reputation and want to keep those customers happy. And they're open to other body shops joining their family too, so maybe they're planning to grow by partnering with good businesses.
All right, so for anyone in Schaumburg or who might need them, all their info is right there. The address on Westwise Road, phone number, it's all easy to find. Open weekdays, typical business hours, but closed weekends. They've got all the social media stuff too. Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Yelp, and a contact form right on their website.
So looking at all this, what do we learn about Schaumburg Auto Body? They've got a long history in the community, almost 40 years, a real focus on quality and keeping customers happy, and they've got those manufacturer certifications to prove it. And now they're part of a bigger company that wants to keep that legacy going.
Exactly. So there you have it. That's the story of Schaumburg Auto Body, at least what they're telling us.
Yeah.
Hopefully this deep dive gave you a good overview.
Really makes you think though, right? How does a local business like this not just survive, but thrive for almost 40 years? And what happens when a business with such a strong local identity joins a bigger organization?
How do they balance keeping things the same with moving forward in an industry that's always changing? Something to think about.